say hate African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off, put you in a cell, toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and a curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, class was being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't me murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. Look, that's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ice agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
I got tunnel vision. It's a bunch of ways I'm gonna get it. It's my way or the highway if you don't stay about our fucking business. These niggas don't even get it. We having our Passover no matter if they fucking with it. The graveyard ain't never full, watch me flush them out. Quitting wasn't never cool, fuck they talking about. If you can't suffer with your brothers, we can't stall them out. Just hang their cover in the school if they dropping out, fuck them. If they ain't here, we don't care, we don't love them. If they was never one rush, you can't trust them. They get the guts to go against you, better crush them. It's like one of my men is bitch in the discussion. Niggas capping when they rapping, really lit as shit. They be acting, I ain't laughing, I be sick of it. When I grab a pen to get the right and hold a rubber grip, I'm holding fire just like Captain at the 55th. Damn. Hit the road, I be trucking. I ain't bragging about them roads, I be touching. Heard the chat about the bros and assumptions. Seen them hoes you be crushing. You's a bold motherfucker. If they ain't here, we don't love them. If there was never one rush, you can't trust them. They get the guts to go against Be rough.
Can't trust them. My shield busted, let it swing, never tuck it. Taking shots, I send them back, only difference, my shit is buckets. I leveled up, blow the trumpets, you a sucker. Keep dreaming, all that pillow talking, you do undercover. Like my brother, same year, same cover. Can't take the heat, then get the fuck about the oven. And before I ever burn the bridge, I'ma burn rubber and lead a scene, smoky during rush hour, Chris Tucker. I used to torch on everything, but I was younger. Van Pack, still blazing all summer, nigga, fuck em. No power, trooper mood, all black, same hunger. They surprised how I got it inside, straight butter, nigga.
So when a brother or sister comes in here, and then you leave here, you're not with me. We don't have anything else in common. There's no reason for me to be joined with you anymore.
If they ain't here, we don't love them. If there was never one West, you can't trust them. They get the guts to go against you, better crush them. I'm not here for all that fuss and use a hoe in their discussion, nigga.
Shit.
Wave that one West cover out that window. Let them know I'm coming with my kinfolk. Red letter ski mask on, but I don't really ski though. Bullets ball head like they going through chemo. I slide on them Tony Hawk type. Better get your thoughts right. Jumping high on walls, this ain't Fortnite. Red dot, it kinda make it way too easy for a headshot. I put you under wing, it turned into a headlock. I told my niggas time to put the pressure on. You bring that paper, told her throw a little extra on. We go to war and see, I murder one, you murder two, it ain't the same degree. Better up into a capital offense for them dollars, but it really don't make sense. Guns behind tents with some liquor and we riding down the freeway. Slide on them, spin the block and replay, so we slide again.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they anti. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide.
We got this mapped out. Niggas selling wolf tickets, not living what they rap out. Said he gon' ride, too emotional, he'll crash out. 9 boxing, wrestle with this cannon, you gon' tap out. 100 troopers in the building, turn this shit into a blackout. We both come from the mother, why you tryin' to do me dirty? He cut himself off, we let him rock, he ain't worthy. You playing ball courts, throwing number like a jersey. While niggas folded like origami, I kept it sturdy. Told my son he got the blood of a king, he ain't got a word. They gon' cross you like a Christian, it's better to learn this early. They be watching, trying to copy, asking questions, trying to learn me. I ain't in the back and forth if the business don't concern me. Catch the wrath from my anger, I be trying to give a mercy. Ask the angels keep me covered, I'ma slide, they might have heard me. They playing with that fire, get too close, it's gonna burn me. We ain't never looking back, moving forward, it's the journey.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they anti. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide. Look, little nigga, I'm made. All these rappers soft, claim they all cut from a whole nother cloth. I'm the one with the blade. Untamed gorilla, keep your hands out the cage. I be standing on they neck, one West to the grave. You can keep your mercy, nigga, I ain't worried. Revenge call me buddy love, I call her Miss Purdy. Nigga try to blitz, I'm going 730. I'ma shake the whole room like Big Shirty. Nigga say one war, it's whatever, buddy. Glock fully loaded, you know these letters bloody. Come for me, you a bitch, homie. Boy, I'm realer than your big homie. 144, yeah, the one and only. And you know I keep this blick on me. Body slam you like Mick Foley. I got that black out on my arm, play that bitch like a violin. Say me try me once, nigga, try again. You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they anti. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga,
10 foot tall when I'm standing on business. I'm 10 foot tall when I'm standing on business. I'm 10 foot tall when I'm standing on business. If you a real nigga, maybe you can stand with me. Stand up. Okay, we standing on business. Ain't no such thing as limits. You want it, you go and get it. Stand up. Okay, we standing on business. If you a real nigga, maybe you can stand with me. Focus on the mission, my niggas stand at attention. Everything is in order, no moving without permission. I came up out the trenches with nothing but good intentions. A hustle to go and get it, cause winning is my religion. Destroying my competition, and they don't know what happened to them. Stop achieving our goals and start achieving platinum. Infinity and countless, they flowing just like a fountain. No doubt I'm betting 1,000. I'm talking about moving mountains. Stay on point like a scale. Only time will tell if the goal ain't about victory. You done already failed. Stop building somebody else's dreams, build it yourself. A grindaholic, my next day off a cold day in hell. Gathered all my dreams, turned them into reality. Steady chasing the green, maximizing my salary. That's food, oh, you niggas ain't eat them empty calories. Raising the bar, setting the standard for niggas out. Okay, I'm 10 foot tall when I'm standing on business. I'm 10 foot tall when I'm standing on business. I'm 10 foot tall when I'm standing on business. If you a real nigga, maybe you can stand with me. Stand up. Okay, we standing on business. Ain't no such thing as limits. You want it, you go and get it. Stand up. Okay, we standing on business. If you a real nigga, maybe you can stand with me. We never taking losses. We bossing up on the bosses. A winner's mentality. Just another day at the office. They perpetrators. They ain't doing nothing. These niggas talking. I'm going in. The only thing they going is a coffin. See, I plan, plot, strategize. Why they just romanticize? Wanna have it on earth. Ain't waiting on the afterlife. They math ain't math right. You know all these rappers lie. Last time I checked, I was the man since Trapper. Okay, I'm 10 foot tall when I'm standing on business. I'm 10 foot tall when I'm standing on business. I'm 10 foot tall when I'm standing on business. If you a real nigga, maybe you can stand with me. Stand up. Okay, we standing on business. Ain't no such thing as limits. You want it, you go and get it. Stand up. Okay, we standing on business. If you a real nigga, maybe you can stand with me. Stand up.
All right, we live.
Oh, sign Christ. Clap it up. Oh, sign Christ, man. We back at it again. Isupk headquarters under Commanding General Hachaanakah. I am Precinct Officer of 5,000 Yatazalban Lawyer. I got my brother right next to me, Officer Shaya Allah.
You already know.
And we are here for the Feast of Dedication, man. Give it up to the Most High one more time, man. You know, I was telling some Levites, some Haitians the other day that, 1803, a lot of people know about, the Haitian Revolution that was successful. But, because of our oppressors, man, we don't know that a lot of our people, we are disconnected from the Bible. And when we read the Bible, we don't know that we are reading about our people. And it's not the first time that we went to war with our enemies. We've been going to war with these people, man. This is what we are about to get into with the scriptures in the book of Maccabees. We're about to show you how our enemies, they came against us like they always do. They always come against us. And we prevailed against them in time past. And as a people, what we ought to know is that we will prevail again, man. We will prevail again. And this is what the Isupk is here for, to wake up our people so we can get back to our glory, man. Aisha, you want to say anything?
No, that's you said it factually, and everything that's happening in this story is playing out in front of us today. And that's why it's so heavy to learn everything, to celebrate the Most High, delivering us from our enemies, trying to push their culture on us, trying to destroy our culture. It's so important that we learn from that and apply it to what we're seeing in front of us today, because it's the same story. And that's why the Ishman doesn't understand this holiday.
Right.
They got to make up a whole new story for what they call Hanukkah, which Hachaanakah is the dedication, Hachaanakah in the Hebrew. Right. And they got to make up a whole new story about some miraculous oil burning for 8 days, which has nothing to do with the real story of the Most High giving us a victory over our enemies. and restoring us to our culture. And that's a beautiful thing.
Damn right, because they were not oppressed. They were not the oppressed people of the Bible, man. And we about to get into it. Let's go to the book of First Maccabees, man. We're gonna start from the beginning. First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. That's where we're gonna kick it off at, man.
First Maccabees 1:1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes.
All right. And as you know, the Israelites, we were under the Persians' captivity. We were under the Persian captivity. We went through so many captivities, man. When you are looking at us today, you see us under, the French, you see us under the United States, England, you see us under Spain, all across the Caribbean, our people have been oppressed by the descendant. Guess what? Of these same people that we are reading about in the Bible. Keep going.
And Medes that he reigned in his stead.
And this is when the Persians are losing their power. The Persians are losing their power to Alexander at this point in history. We're talking about a few centuries prior to Christ. Christ is not on the scene yet. Over here, we are in the BC era. All right, keep going.
If I could, a real quick shout out to everybody joining us on Instagram now. We're broadcasting live on Isupk HQ on Instagram. Shout out to Jersey in the building.
Most High in Christ. And shout out to Isupk. Are we on mute here? I see a mute. Oh, is that the volume?
No, that's the
okay, con. And shout out to Isupk Haiti on TikTok. Shout out. Give yourself a hand, man, if you are tuned in right now to Isupk. Right?
And of course, shout out to everybody joining us on One West Online classes on the main channel.
Most High in Christ. Let's keep going.
The first over Greece, and made many wars and won many strongholds.
And he won after he conquered, or I would say overthrew the Persian Empire. He made many wars, man. And this is our oppressors. Our oppressors are always spreading their power. They are always trying to spread their stronghold all across. And at this point, he was going and making out many wars. Keep going, that we are reading about.
And slew the kings of the earth.
And slew the kings of the earth. Keep going.
And went through to the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him.
And when he says the earth was quiet before him, it's like, well, I can say at this point now, but there was a point of time, man, when America, everybody bowed down to America, man. Right now, what you are seeing is the fall of Babylon. You are seeing the fall of America. So you see nation like China, that's standing up to America. You see nation like North Korea, even Venezuela. But there was a point of time, man, America was like, whatever America say goes. But that petrodollar is losing a lot of power. So when he says the old earth was quiet before him, that means nobody was trying to have war. Nobody was because their empire was the strongest. Right. It's just like the French Empire. The French Napoleon had the strongest army at some point until they were defeated. So at this point, all the nations, they were quiet before him. Keep going.
Whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up, and he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries.
And rule over countries, man, ruling over territories that don't belong to them. That's what they do. Ruling over countries, man. They got, because their power is in what? Weapons. Our oppressor was blessed with the sword. That's where their power resides. So they have a strong army. Now that they got a strong army, they look at it like, you know what? We can take over now.
Right.
Keep going.
And kings who became tributaries unto him. And after these things, he fell sick and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them.
So now, when he's about to die, what he did is separate his power. He separated his power among his man that was the closest to him. He separated his power so that now his kingdom is going to be divided among the different branches of people that he separated his power to. Aisha, if you want to say anything, you could time in. All right, keep going.
While he was yet alive. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. And his servants bare rule everyone in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years.
And this is what we need to stop. These people, they need no crowns. They don't need no power.
Right.
They do not, because when they get their power, what do? They pass it down to their sons. And the sons pass it down to their sons' sons. This is why in the book of Isaiah, it says what? Prepare slaughter for their children, man, for the iniquity of the forefathers. Because these people do not need no crowns. They do not need no power. Because when they have the power, we can see the earth, the entire earth is in mourning. Keep going.
And on that, that's so heavy because you see in this story how there was a ruler that it seemed like there was peace, that he was giving us peace. And then you see how quickly when power switched, they went on demon time full force. So even if they have somebody that seems like it's okay,
right?
As soon as they pass that to the next Edomite, who knows what they're gonna do? Who knows what level of cruelty they're gonna ramp up and what level of repression they're gonna ramp up on us.
Right. Come on, keep going.
And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years. And evils were multiplied in the earth.
And what do we see here? We see a transfer of power. This is what we see here, a transfer of power. And this is something that, as a people, in the Isupk, Commanding General Hachaanakah understand this very well. The Isupk is the place where you come, and the man above you is working to transfer power unto you. Right. This is not a place where you come like in the Christian church. The pastor is going to be the pastor. He's going to be that leader until he dies. He's not going to pass no power unto the next generation, not in the Isupk, because there is supposed to be a transfer of power that is supposed to take within the nation of Israel. This is how we fight our enemies. And when we get to chapter 2, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. But here we can see it with our oppressors. We can see it with our oppressors. They gain power and they make sure that the next generation gain power so they can rule over these Negroes, so they can rule over our people. Keep going.
And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes.
And they were all wicked. But this one, you know, like white people, all white people, we call what the white man what? We call the oppressor the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
But with Donald Trump, Donald Trump is like that. He is like that wicked one that we like, man. He make other white people look good. He's so wicked. He make other white people look good. Well, that was him. That was Antiochus right there. He was so wicked. He made the other wicked people look good. Keep going.
Son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men.
All right, so now when you see today, right, we have men like Martin Luther King that is celebrated every January, right? It's coming up, January 19, I believe. We got men like Martin Luther King that is celebrated in this kingdom. We got other men, other people like All Sharp. Then we got people. Go ahead, Aisha. Black History Month in February. Black History Month in February, and we're going to get a plethora of black people who basically help white society. So we are seeing this 2,000 years ago. This is prior to Christ. There was Israelite, there was Negroes in our nation that were doing the same thing that you see our people doing today, man, which is bow down to the oppressor. Read.
Who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us.
And that's what they do. They persuade our people. And nobody wanted to go eat in them white restaurants until Martin Luther King persuaded them. And then when they're in the restaurant, they're like, damn, man, we was getting behind whipped for this unseasoned meat.
This is what we fought for.
This is what we.
This
They
we-
didn't even fight. They got beaten. They didn't fight. You know.
This is what we got a milkshake poured on our heads for?
Exactly. You know, and these people in our nation, they existed 2,000 years ago. This is the same fight. This is why it's important for us as a people to hold on to the wisdom of the Most High, because when we stray away from them, you're going to see exactly what happened to us thousands of years ago, which is happening to us today in 2025. Keep going.
For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well.
And that's how they felt. Damn, man. Since we departed from the heathen, you know, we ain't prospering like we should. You controlling your nation. That's prosperity. Being in control. Do you realize today, right? You see white children. Who teach white children? Who's teaching white children? Go ahead. White people. Who's teaching our children? White people. They are the one that's educating our children. Meanwhile, they educate their children. They brainwash their children. Our children, we should have power over our own children to teach them. But these Negroes, they feel like, man, you know, we need some white teachers, man. We need some white schools. We need to make a covenant with the heathen. Keep going.
Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king.
What verse you in?
Verse 13.
Keep going.
Who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen.
And you about to see right now, we got the World Cup. Levi are excited. You know, Levi going to the World Cup. You know, it's been 50 years. You know what that's gonna do? It's gonna put all that nation that is angry about what's going on in Haiti. Everybody's going to sleep now. Because we going to a World Cup, Aisha. Haiti's going to we're gonna be asleep. And this was the custom of the heathen, to keep us asleep. Give him bread, man. Give him exercise. Jump to verse 20.
And also on that place of exercise, that the Greeks were famous for these gymnasiums where they exercised stark butt naked, and they wrestled with each other butt naked, because the Greeks were freaks and homosexuals, and they gym. It means naked. Damn, that's heavy.
There you go.
That's and so they did this. In the next verse, it says, made themselves uncircumcised. So they was walking around
unclean
completely.
They were unclean. And that's what happened. That's what happened when you submit yourself to another nation. When you can control your destiny. You can be the one that's. We are not going to leave according to the Grecian. We're going to leave according to the ways of our forefathers. The way our forefathers lived, that's how we're going to live, and that's how we're going to teach our children to live. Because that's what the oppressors did.
Right.
The oppressors, all they know is war. All they know is stealing and murder. That's all they know. So what do? They pass that culture to their children, so that their children can go and conquer us. Well, as a people, what we have to do is pass on our custom to our people. Keep going.
Verse 20. And after that, Antiochus had smitten Egypt. He returned again in the 143rd year and went up against Israel and Jerusalem with
all right. So now in the previous verses, it gives you the story how he attacked Ptolemy and then eventually conquered Egypt. So now it's going to get into the history about him going against our nation. All right. Remember, he was making war with many nations. He did not attack Israel yet. Israel went on and did what? Made a covenant with the oppressor. And what happened to us when we go and make a covenant with the oppressors? This is it right here. Read that part again.
And after that Antiochus had smitten Egypt, he returned again in the 143rd year and went up against Israel and Jerusalem.
And now here comes the oppressor to conquer us. You wanted to make a covenant with them, right? This is the result. Keep going.
With a great multitude, and entered proudly into the sanctuary, and took away the golden altar.
And listen, when it says enter proudly, picture Esau coming here right now and taking our menorah on top of this, on top of our table right here, man. This will be like an abomination to us.
Wish they tried.
This is exactly how they entered Jerusalem. With a strong host. And did what? Keep going.
And took away the golden altar.
Took away the golden altar. Just like they did not too long ago, 1915 Haiti. Keep going. Robbed us blind. Keep going. So like it.
And the candlestick of light.
And the menorah. Keep going.
And all the vessels thereof.
Keep going.
And the table of the showbread. And the pouring vessels. And the vials. And the censers of gold. And the veil. And the crowns. And the golden ornaments that were before the temple. All which he pulled off. He took also the silver and the gold and the precious vessels. Also he took the hidden treasures which he found.
Basically robbed us blind. What was that verse?
That was verse 23.
23, read 24, then jump to 29.
And so the second that we made a deal with them, they came in and plundered and robbed us blind.
And it goes back to what the Most High told us from the get-go. It goes back to the word of Moses. What did Moses tell us? Moses told us what? We are a separate people, man. And we are to remain separate so that we can be what? So that we can be above all nations.
Right.
When you don't want to be separate, what happened to you? When you don't want to be separate, just like Aisha did, the minute we went and wanted to have a covenant, wanted to have a contract, wanted to have a deal with the oppressor, what happened to us? Now they coming to rob us. Now they coming to oppress us. And we don't have the Lord on our side. The Lord is not on our side. Keep going.
Therefore there was Slakia. And when he had taken all away, he went into his own land, having made a great massacre and spoken very proudly. Therefore there was great mourning in Israel.
And spoken proudly. Spoken proudly, like our oppressors do today. They are proud with that Thanksgiving, man. They proud with it. They make a holiday out of it. They make a holiday out of unaliving our people. And this is nothing new. We are reading about it right here in the book of Maccabees. 2,200 years ago. Keep going, Aisha. The sound was 12?
It should be 12.
Was it 12?
It was 12. It was just it might have been coming through the phone and not the mic.
Okay.
What was that, verse 24?
Mm-hmm.
And when he had taken all away, he went into his own land, having made a great massacre and spoken very proudly.
Jump to verse 29 now.
Verse 29. And after 2 years, fully expired, the king sent his chief collector of tribute unto the cities of Judah.
So now, picture this, right? 2 years prior, robbed us blind, man, and committed a great massacre on our people, man. And now 2 years later, read that part again. This is what happened 2 years later. After all the unaliving that we read about in the previous verses, after they robbed us, after they came to the temple and took the menorah, took all our gold, took everything that we had. 2 years later, this is what happened. This is the oppressor.
And after 2 years fully expired, the king sent his chief collector of tribute unto the cities of Judah, who came unto Jerusalem with a great multitude, and spake peaceable words unto them.
And spake what?
Peaceable words.
Give me Psalm, what's that? 55 Psalm, damn. Psalm 55 and 20. Is that 55? You know what I'm looking for, right?
Come on. But this is just everything that we touch on as we go through this story is what's in front of us today. We got oppressors speaking peaceable words, plundering us, using deceit to convert us to their ways and then abuse us. It's the same story. Psalm 55 and 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant.
And we were at peace with them, man. We were at peace. Can you imagine? They've committed a great massacre on your people 2 years ago. Why are they able to come back, Aisha? Why are they coming back 2 years later? You know why?
Why?
Because they were not hurt. They were comfortable to come back. Because 2 years prior, if you had your army destroyed, you will not come back 2 years later. The reason that they were so comfortable to come back 2 years later is because they felt so powerful that it's like, we destroyed them 2 years ago, let's go back. You know?
So you're telling me that if you oppress a people and can put your culture on them, that you could go in, massacre, abuse, and rob them, leave, and come back 2 years later and they're going to believe you still coming in peace? That sounds familiar.
Well, let's see. It exactly sounds familiar. Because that's why, matter of fact, sidebar real quick, right? Just, 2 weeks ago, there is a white man, Jariah Mass. Jariah Mass, he is a missionary from Ohio. And he was arrested, guess for what, Aisha?
What?
He was arrested for having, because of the internet sake, for having relation with little boys in Haiti. In 2025, so from 2000, I believe, from 2006 or 2003 all the way to 2017, he was going to Haiti over 30 times, a missionary from Ohio. You know why? Because our people have never learned the lesson to not allow the oppressor in. How many times have we, for the history of the Catholic Church, the history of missionaries coming to our countries to have relations with little boys, when isn't we going to say, nah, you can't come here? We don't care. We don't want your Jesus. We don't want you to be here. We keep accepting them. The same way, what happened here?
He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant.
Read 21.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Now go back to First Maccabees. Remember that. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. But what? Read the latter part.
But war was in his heart.
But war was in his heart. Now go back to Maccabees.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 30. And spake peaceable words unto them.
All right. That's the words of his mouth being smoother than butter. Spoke peaceable words. Keep going.
But all was deceit.
All was deceit. You know why? Just like it says in Psalm, war is in their heart. That's why they come in with that peace talk. That's why Bill Clinton went in Haiti and had his honeymoon in Haiti. You know why? Because he already foresaw, I'm about to break this island. He went there with peaceable word. That's what they did over here in America. Peaceable word. That's how they got Mexico. That's how they got New York. That's how they got everywhere. They go with peaceable words. Keep going.
For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore.
When are we going to learn this about our oppressor? We had men back then who learned this. These men, they were no cowards. These men were one West. We're about to get into it. Keep going.
And destroyed much people of Israel.
And they destroyed our people, man. This is our history with our oppressors. This is it. It's either as a people, we're going to gather together so that we can rule ourselves, or we're going to submit to them and let them rule over us. In the Isupk, we have learned the lesson. We've learned the lesson, and this is why we are gathering together, man, because we are in captivity and we cannot get out of this captivity unless we gather together as a people, man. Right. All 12 tribes of Israel. All right, all 12 tribes of Israel. Jamaica cannot get out of this by itself. Haitian cannot get out of this by itself. Mexicans, you cannot get out of this by yourself. And this is what this is what everybody wants. This is what the oppressor wants. The oppressor wants the Mexican. Just worry about the Mexicans. You Negroes, you FBA. Don't worry about what's happening to the Mexicans.
Right.
Don't worry about what's happening to the Haitians. Just worry about yourself. That's what everybody else wants. Why? Because they want to make sure that we are a weak people. There, I show you.
No, you beat me to it.
Oh, God. Say it anyway. It's a lie.
No. So you saying the FDA can't get it themselves?
Right.
By themselves, by alienating us from all the other tribes.
Right. Exactly. Keep going.
Verse 31. And when he had taken on the spoils of the city, he set it on fire and pulled down the houses and walls thereof on every side.
Go to verse 34.
Verse 34. And they put
keep going to verse 34.
But the women and children took they captive and possessed the cattle.
What did those two white men from Texas? These two white men from Texas, they were going to Haiti for what? What did they say they were going to do, Aisha?
They said they were going to execute all the men and enslave the women and children.
And read that again.
And they put therein a sinful nation. Oh, Salaki. But the women and children took they captive and possessed the cattle.
Now, this is 2,000 years ago. And we had two white men 2 or 3 weeks ago from Texas. They were arrested. Why? Because they were going to do exactly what their forefathers did to our people 2,000 years ago in the island of Haiti, Lago Nave. Go ahead, sis.
I just found out there was an active shooter at Brown University.
Right.
And back in Rhode Island, they killed some people and they had the university on lockdown.
Right.
Nobody knew about it because I saw it on CNN.
Yeah. It's been out for a while. That was yesterday, right? Yeah, that happened yesterday. Yeah, sis. That's our oppressors, man. Our oppressors are just a violent, they are just a wicked people, man. That's why as a people we gotta get our act together, man, because these people, they belong in a cage. They belong in their place.
On a leash.
And we are the nation that are going to put them in their place. We are going to civilize them because they need to be civilized. The oppressor needs to be civilized because they do not know what it is to be civilized. They do not know what it is to have compassion, even when they are on top. Even when they have all the riches, they don't know what it's like to have compassion on the weaker. They don't know it. Keep going.
And if you can't tell by now, the only way the so-called white man can be civilized is without any ability to move or do anything. He has to be under rule. He has to be under an iron fist, because this keeps happening. This story keeps repeating itself. Verse 33, then builded they the city of David with a great and strong wall and with mighty towers and made a stronghold for them. And they put their right in our home, man. Right in our home, making a stronghold for them. Now, America is for them now. Canada is for them now. Haiti is for them now. You know what? Puerto Rico is for them now. They home. And then they call you an alien. They say you Mexicans need to go home. You Jamaicans, you Haitians need to go home. This is our oppressors, man. And right now, they in the land of Israel. Well, the little part they carved to say that's the land of Israel. Right. They committing genocide on the Palestinians right now, starving the babies. Why? Because the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. And they will never stop until Israel, we rise up, until the Most High, through the power of the Most High, man, they get put in their place. Keep going.
And real quick, right? You know, there was a video, man. I've been looking for that video. I was supposed to send you that message because I know you can find it. We got videos, man, of Palestinian women crying, saying Negroes. She didn't say Negroes. I think she said Black Americans or something. Yeah. I heard that you do not know you are the children of Israel. You are the real children of Israel. You need to come back. Even the heathen now, Aisha, want us to come back because they cannot handle it. What's happening to them? They can handle it. They like, man, the Israelites need to come back because according to prophecy, when we are back in our homeland, there will be peace.
Right.
And they see that there is a man calling himself Jewish, and there's no peace there. There is no peace. Keep going.
They stored it also with armor and victuals. And when they had gathered together the spoils of Jerusalem, they laid them up there. And so they became a sore snare.
And they became a sore snare to us, man. And that's exactly what the Bible says in the book of Judges. That these nations round about us, they are snares to us, man. The minute that we go left, the minute that we do not live according to the laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High God laid up for us to live as a people, these snares, they're going to be right there to destroy us. They're going to be right there. And that is supposed to be a reminder for us. That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a reminder that, damn, you know what? We went astray. Let's get back on track. Let's go to Second Maccabees. First chapter 2. You could start at verse 1.
Chapter 2 and verse 1. In those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the sons of Jorid, from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Modan.
So now we learn about the man that went and made a covenant with the oppressors, right? We learn about these Israelites. But guess what? There was another breed of Israelites that was not like these leaders. They were not like the man who said, you know what, let's make a covenant with the heathen. You know, we need the white man by our side. There was another breed of Israelites, and we about to read about them right now. These brothers were one west. Let's go.
And he had 5 sons. Johanan called Caddis, Simon called Thasi, Judas who was called Maccabeus, Eleazar called Avaran, and Jonathan whose surname was Aphis.
All right, Judas who was called what?
Maccabeus.
Maccabeus. Oh man.
Oh no.
Yeah, they got us.
What do we say?
We ain't say nothing. We ain't say
the white man is the devil.
White man is the devil. They got us. But
I'll
keep going.
It's probably something else.
Keep going. Keep going.
Judas, who was called Maccabeus, which that in the Hebrew is hammer, is it not? That's hammer in the Hebrew, because this was a brother that they knew was gonna go out and fight. And that's what we about to. Verse 5: Eleazar called Avaran, and Jonathan, whose surname was Aphis. And when he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem, he said, "Woe is me! Wherefore was I born to see this misery of my people and of the holy city, and to dwell there, when it was delivered into the hand of the enemy, and the sanctuary into the hand of the strangers? Her temple is become as a man without glory."
Her temple is what?
Is become as a man without glory.
And this is the state of our people today, man. When you look at us today, man, we are a people that is without glory, man. We are a people that, the other nation, they just can say whatever they want to about us, and it's like there is no power, there is no might in our hand, to even get them to apologize. That is the state that we are in as a people. Whereas, you say something about the Chinese, in 2 weeks, they get a law passed, they get a bill passed, but not us. Even the Somalians right now, you could tell these people, they are not the chosen people of God, man. because everybody want to stand up for the Somalians. What? Who stood up for us?
Right.
We've been going through this for how many hundreds of years, Aisha? Donald Trump for one day say something about the Somalians, and everybody wanna, what the Somalian? How dare Donald Trump? Nigga, we've been going through this for hundreds of years.
The poor Somalians.
The poor Somalians. What about the brothers in Brooklyn?
Right.
In Chicago, in Detroit, Flint, Michigan? What about our people, man? Go ahead, sis.
So we don't know who we are, what our culture is, and where we're supposed to be. And as long as they keep us down, they can rise.
They rise off of our demise, off of our destruction. All right, keep going.
Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy.
Her young men, what?
With the sword of the enemy.
What does that sound like? Sounds like
rolling up on us.
No, he says her young man with the swords of the enemy. Sounds like the gangbangers, right? Whose swords they got in their hand? A lot of people always say, where do the guns come from? It's the guns of the enemy. Go ahead, Aisha. Yeah. It's the sword of the enemy, man. So we can destroy each other. And our children, what did they say about our children?
Her infants are slain in the streets.
Slain. And now our infants are slain in the hospital. You know? It's just an embryo. It's not a life. Slain in the hospital, man, by the hundreds of thousands, 300, 400,000 a year. Keep going.
What nation has not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils?
What nation have not destroyed us? What nation have not destroyed us, man? Even here, New York is the perfect city to see this. When you come here, when you are in New York, man, you see everybody. I was in Queens, man. I'm looking at these East Indian. And I'm like, damn, man, these East Indian, they prospering, man. You see, they have like storefronts all over, and it's nothing but their people, man. They are prospering over us. We've been here for hundreds of years. We've been here forever. You know, the Chinese, you know, forget about it. What nation do not benefit from us being at the bottom of society? All of them benefit from it. They all benefit. Jump to verse 16.
Verse 16. And when many of Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together. Then answered the king's officers.
No, jump. Salakia, I jumped too much. We went from what verse? 11?
10, 16.
No, continue. We skipped something.
Verse 11. All her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman, she has become a bond slave.
Keep going.
And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory, is laid waste, and the Gentiles have profaned it. To what end, therefore, shall we live any longer?
To what end? You know? And this is what happened. This is why a lot of our people, man, they end up in the street. They are homeless. They end up having a demon, man, where it's like, man, you know, they give up. You know, they just give up. You wanted to say something, Aisha? Yeah, they just give up. They give up the spirit. It's like whatever. You know, you don't see like Officer Ashar. He did an interview with a brother, you know, recently, where the brother was saying, you know, as a people, we just complacent. We're not trying to make no effort. You know, we just give up. You know. Because we see, well, what's the point? What's the point of being alive? What's the point of me trying to do anything? Because, you know, the white man's going to destroy it anyway. Because we've fought so much. And this is why it is important to come in this truth, man. Because when you come here, you're going to get the strength to endure till the end. Because that's what matters. What matters is that you endure till the end. It makes no point to, you know, be strong today if tomorrow you're going to fall, because that's what happened to these brothers. These brothers, they were strong men at some point, and then now they just give up the spirit and they say, man, I'm just gonna be a crackhead. I'm just gonna be a homeless. You know, there's no point. Keep going. Go ahead, Ashar.
That's the type of attitude that leads to what happened out in Newark. You guys are out there with your sister that probably lost her life right there in front of the camp.
Right, exactly. While we was at camp, man, the sister, she was ODing, man. Was it fentanyl, I believe?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. It was, right? Yeah, she was ODing right there. And who is to blame? The oppressor is to blame, man. Because they are the reason why our people are on drugs. The scriptures tells you, man, oppression maketh a wise man mad. And you can see it. Our people are going mad. Our people are losing their minds, man. Why? Because of oppression. And that oppression made that sister lose her mind to the point where she's like, you know what? I'm just going to be a drug addict. And she damn near lost her life. We don't know any updates on that. But, you know, we pray for the sister, and Lord willing, man, she made it. All right? Keep going.
Then
Good point, Ashar.
Then Mattathias and his sons rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourned very sore. In the meanwhile, the king's officers, such as compelled the people to revolt, came into the city Modan to make them sacrifice. And when many
What verse is that?
Verse 15.
Keep going.
And when many of Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together. Then answered the king's officers and said to Mattathias on this wise, thou art a ruler and an honorable and great man in this city.
And this is something that when you look at the people, the prominent people in Israel, you know, the famous, the influencers, a lot of times you thinking that they are telling you, you know, they are giving you their perspective of life. But what they are truly doing is telling you what the oppressor told them to do. What they are doing is influencing you the way the oppressor wants you to be influenced. And this is exactly what we are seeing here in the book of First Maccabees chapter 2. We're going to see a group of oppressors coming to prominent men in Israel, men that, you know, the nation of Israel look up to. You know, our people, we look up to certain preachers, man. But guess what? These preachers, they were approached by a white man that said, you know what? I know that you are against abortion, but guess what? You know, even though you are against abortion, you can be you can be the friend of the president of the United States if you can influence the church to not be against abortion. You don't believe me? Keep reading that scripture. Let's see.
Now, therefore, come thou first and fulfill the king's commandment.
Come down first, because you, Mattathias, read the previous verse.
Verse 17, then answered the king's officers and said to Mattathias on this wise, thou art a ruler and an honorable and great man in this city.
Because you are a ruler, because you are an honorable man in this city, because everybody looks up to you. Keep going.
And strengthened with sons and brethren.
And you have a lot of strength. You got sons, you got brothers, and everybody look up to you. Everybody looks up to your family. Keep going.
Now, therefore, come thou first and fulfill the king's commandment.
You know why the oppressor do that? Because if they can convince a family that is prominent in Israel, a family that everyone looks up to, then guess what they can do? They can convince the entire nation of Israel. They don't need to convince the people. All they need to do is convince Jay-Z. Let's convince Jay-Z. Jay-Z is from Marcy Project. Everybody looks up to him. The whole hood looks up to him. Let's convince him to do what? You know, dumb down your, dumb down, what he say? I dumb down my audience and double my dollars. Jay-Z, how about you dumb down your, audience? Yeah. You could double your dollars. What was that preacher that was against abortion. And then when he ran for presidency, was it Jesse Jackson? It was Jesse Jackson, right? At some point, Jesse Jackson, he was against abortion. And then a few moments later, right? A few moments later, now he is pro-abortion. A few moments later, Aisha, now he is pro-abortion. You know why? Because some oppressor came to him and said, you know, you are a prominent man in Israel. You are an honorable man. How about you do the will of the President of the United States of America? In this case, how about you do the will of the king? Keep going.
Though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him.
And everybody else did it. Everybody else did it. So now, how about you do it? Keep going.
And fall away every one from the religion of their fathers, and give consent to his commandments. Yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers. God,
what verse you in?
Verse 20.
God. Did you skip something? Verse 19. Read verse 19.
Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice.
Salakia. You read verse 18? Read verse 18.
Verse 18. Now therefore thou first, and fulfill the king's commandment, like as all the heathen have done.
Okay, all the heathen have done it. So come and fulfill the king's what he says, ordinance, right? The king's commandments. Everybody else did it. Keep going.
Like as all the heathen have done. Yea, and the men of Judah also.
And the men of Judah. Not only the heathen has done it, the men of Judah also. You got brothers, you know, you got Israelite brothers, man, that did it already. So how about you, as a prominent man in Israel, how about you do the same? Keep going.
And such as remain at Jerusalem, so shalt thou and thy house be in the number of the king's friends.
Be in the number of the king's friends. You're gonna be the friend of the United States president, man. You're gonna be the friends of Emmanuel Macron. You're gonna be our friends now. If you just tell your congregation, we are pro-abortion now. We are pro-LGBT now. That's all you got to do. Keep going.
And thou and thy children shall be honored with silver and gold.
And we're going to make sure you are rich. We're going to make sure of it. Commanding General Hachaanakah did a lecture. What was that lecture? Where he brought out this rapper who was giving the story about the meeting that happened in the 90s, I believe. And that's when they were going to deviate hip hop and to put it exactly where you see hip hop is at today. White culture. Commanding General Hachaanakah, he brought that story up, you know. And that's exactly what our enemies did, man. They saw the power of our people coming together and just, you know, having fun.
Right.
They saw that power. They saw the influence. They saw how we passed our message, man, our messages through our pain. And they said, nah, we gotta make sure we put our spirit on this right here. And they call out so many of your favorite artists today. And what did that do? That created slaves, new slaves for the people who own this record company, who also happen to own this privatized prisons. That's all it did. Why? Because we had a group of oppressors that came to a group of Israelites and told them, look, we are going to give you silver and gold if only you will obey the commandment of the king, of the record producer.
Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice, though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him, and fall away, everyone from the religion of their fathers, and give consent to his commandments.
And give consent. This is important. Give consent. That means you do it willingly. You willingly choose to go against your morals. You willingly choose to go against your forefathers. You willingly doing it. And Mathathias said, even though these people, they've done it, they consented, they chose to go against their morality, but guess what? Keep going.
Yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers.
And this is important. This is the transfer that I was talking about, right? He said, read that part again.
Yet will I and
that's Mathathias. Keep going.
And my sons.
And my sons. That's his children. Keep going.
And my brethren.
And his brethren, his family.
Walk in the covenant of our fathers.
Walk in the covenant of our fathers. Because there is a knowledge and wisdom that was passed down to Mathathias. And guess what he did? He passed it down to his sons and his brethren. This is what the oppressor does. They passed on that war spirit to their children. They put crowns on them. Look, go hunt them. How about we do the same on the right side?
Right.
Keep going.
God forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances.
Meaning, hell no. We ain't gonna forsake the laws and the ordinances. We ain't gonna do that. Keep going.
We will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion, either on the right hand or the left.
Now, this is the breed. This is the breed of black men that the Isupk is raising, man, under commanding General Hachaanakah.
Right.
We are not raising men that's going to say, you know what? Right now, we got men coming against, Captain Tazoyak talking about, the oppressor was right, y'all. That's what they said. They said, Captain Tazoyak, the oppressor was right. What are you talking about? What is Isupk talking about? Commanding General Hachaanakah taught you wrong, man. The oppressor was right. That's basically what these Israelites are saying. Not in the Isupk, man. We are not raising these type of black men. The men that we are raising in the Isupk, they are not going to bow down to the oppressor and accept nothing in their behind, man. Not in the UPK. The oppressor is not right. The oppressor was never right. The doctrine that we received from Christianity was never right. The true doctrine is in the Isupk, man. Home of the truth since 1969. That's what it is. And y'all losing hair follicles over this thing, man. I need to, keep going.
Verse 24.
Cut it up.
Which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal.
Inflamed with zeal.
I skipped the verse.
You skip, go ahead. Go back.
Verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
Now when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar which was at Modan, according to the king's commandment.
And that's a Jew that's talking about what y'all Israelites talking about, man? Black only, nah. What is Isupk talking about? Salvation is for everybody, y'all. Keep going. Let's see what Mattathias did with that. Keep going.
Which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment.
Man, you better thank God we are in the New Testament. Because according to Yah, we are in the Old Testament. You better thank God that we are in the New Testament with the doctrine that you are trying to impose on our people, man.
Right.
Better thank God we are in the New Testament. This is why this is not happening to you, because we are in the New Testament. Keep going.
Wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar.
In the middle of Mattathias standing up for his morality, standing up for his people. Now you have a coon that's going to go against everything, go against his morality, go against his own people, and he paid for it.
A good American.
Yeah, good American. A good Christian. Keep going.
Verse 25. Also the king's commissioner, who compelled men to sacrifice, he killed at that time, and the altar he pulled down.
Yeah, this is not going to happen on our watch.
Right.
Jump to verse 27.
Verse 27. And Mattathias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law.
Give me 26. I think there's something I missed.
It's just thus dealt he zealous.
Okay, Mattathias cried. Okay, cut that.
And Mattathias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me.
Let him follow me, man. Whosoever is zealous, man. If you follow God, man, follow me. If you have the spirit of God in you, follow me. If you do not want to bow down to these people that's trying to make us go against our morality, that's trying to come and put this LGBT, spirit on us, that's trying to come and put this wicked abomination on us, follow me. Keep going.
So he and his sons fled into the mountains.
And they fled into the mountains, man. These were the first Maroons. You heard about the Maroons? These were the Maroons, man. That's the Maroons. They fled to the mountain. They fled to the mountains, man, just like the Jamaicans did. Officer Hachaanakah, no, the Jamaicans fled to the mountains. The Maroons, they fled to the mountains. The Haitians, they fled to the mountains. That's how, a lot of our people, they revolted, because they're going to make you believe that we didn't fight against slavery. We fought. The Brazilian, they fought against slavery through this process right here. When you go back into history, they call it marronage. That's how they call it, marronage. That's when, these slaves, they flee to the mountains. And what they will do, they will attack the plantation at night and steal guns. And that's how they build strength. That's how they build strength. And then they basically form an army.
They have a whole new society in their comp. There was a good movie about the ones in Brazil. That the Portuguese couldn't even touch them.
Right.
They was up there for years and years, and they couldn't touch them.
Even in Jamaica, they have one still today in Jamaica that, the British, they had to make a treaty with them. Because this our people been doing, man. It's not everybody that's willing to bow down to the oppressor. Not everybody want to bow down to the oppressor, man. And this is what we have to instill in our people. We have to instill this in our sons and our daughters, man. Because if we do not, the oppressor is going to instill the spirit of LGBT in them. That's what they're going to do. They're going to instill the spirit of cowardness in them. And it is on us to make sure that we instill this spirit on our people, man, on this generation that's coming up. We cannot go against our morality for silver and gold and Bitcoin.
Right.
We have to stand on business. Keep going.
That many and left all that ever they had in the city. Then many that sought after justice and judgment went down into the wilderness to dwell there.
What verse we in?
Verse 30 now.
Verse 30, jump to verse 40.
Verse 40. And one of them said to another, if we all do as our brethren have done.
Oh, matter of fact, what verse was that? Real quick, I'll just give the backdrop. Now, there were some Israelites, because they were being attacked on the Sabbath. You know what they did? They said, you know what? We got to observe the Sabbath, man. We ain't going to fight. It's the Sabbath. We cannot fight on the Sabbath. So if they attacked us on the Sabbath, we just going to die innocently, and God is going to see. Basically, I'm just giving you the gist of it. You get a chance, you go read, these verses. We just going to die innocently, and God going to see that we didn't fight back because it was the Sabbath. Now read that verse.
And one of them said to another, if we all do as our brethren have done, and fight not for our lives and laws against the heathen, they will now quickly root us out of the earth.
These brothers say, damn that. You know, may our brothers rise again, but we ain't gonna go out like them. Because if we do, then they're just gonna get rid of the nation of Israel. They're just gonna get rid of us because it's the Sabbath. We're not going to fight. Keep going.
At that time, therefore, they decreed, saying, whosoever shall come to make battle with us on the Sabbath day, we will fight against him.
Whoever it is that come against us, we're going to defend ourselves. Keep going.
Neither will we die all, as our brethren that were murdered in the secret places.
And we're not going to be unalive, man. Just like our brothers, because it was the Sabbath and they didn't want to fight. Keep going.
Then came there unto him a company of Assyrians, who were mighty men of Israel, even all such as were voluntarily devoted unto the law. And also all they that fled for persecution joined themselves unto them.
And these men were being persecuted, man. And what did they do? They joined, man. They gathered together. That's what we have to do as a people. We are all being persecuted. The Haitians are being persecuted. The Mexicans are being persecuted. The Venezuelans are being persecuted. The Jamaicans are being persecuted. Blacks in America being persecuted forever. We are all being persecuted, man. And what is the solution for us to come back together? Isn't that what it says in Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1? It says, gather together, O nation not desired. That's why we get persecuted, because we are not desired. This society do not desire us. This society want to see us at the bottom. They want to see us begging. That's the position the oppressor wants to see us, begging, because we are not desired here. And we have to come together as a nation, all 12 tribes of Israel. There's no tribalism in the ISUPK. No tribalism. No, I'm from the tribe of Benjamin, and the Benjamin is the shit. We all the shit, excuse my language. Right. All of us. And no, I'm no black, I'm Dominican. And know that, right? And know that. And no, I'm no black, I'm Dominican. You black. We all black. We all Israelites. That's what it is, man. Keep going.
And also all they that fled for persecution joined themselves unto them and were a stay unto them. So they joined their forces and smote sinful men in their anger.
And they did what?
Smote sinful men in their anger.
I'm telling y'all, man, y'all better thank the Lord. We're not in the new, not in the New Testament.
Right.
We are not. I'm Salika. You better thank God. Let me say it correctly. You better thank God that we are in the new covenant, man. We are. Because there's men saying that we are still in the Old Testament, right? You know that?
Those are the same ones that are saying that Edomites can be saved.
They all the same. They all the same. They all the same. Keep going.
Then Salakia. And wicked men in their wrath, but the rest fled to the heathen for succor.
Keep going.
Then Mattathias and his friends went round about and pulled down the altars. And what children soever they found within the coast of Israel uncircumcised, those they circumcised valiantly.
What verse you in?
Verse 46.
Okay, keep going.
And they didn't do it with their mouths.
Hey, cut. For the record.
Verse 47. They pursued also after the proud men, and the work prospered in their hand. So,
and they prospered, man. That's that. Now we are defending ourselves. You understand? Now we are controlling ourselves, man. We're not letting the enemy, impose his custom on us. This is what these men decided to do. These men did not decide to bow down to the oppressor and say, you know what, we're just gonna do as the Grecian wants. We're just gonna do the commandments, the commandments of the kings. Can you picture this? We have commandments from God, and this, politician, this what you call them? What's that position that goes to different countries? There's a political term. These ambassadors come to talk about, you could be the friend of the king and do the king's commandment, and you're gonna get silver and gold for it. When we have our own commandments. Damn that. Keep going. Huh? Shalom. Tazada one. Shalom. Yahba Shem Yah Shabrakatah. We got Officer Tazada one from Haiti tuned in. Shalom. Sakpasi. Keep going.
Now therefore, or Salaki, so they recovered the law out of the hand of the Gentiles, out of the hand of kings. Neither suffered they the sinner to triumph.
What verse are we?
Verse 49 now.
Okay.
Now when the time drew near that Mattathias should die, he said unto his sons, now hath pride and rebuke gotten strength in the time of destruction and the wrath of indignation. Now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law.
Say that again.
Be ye zealous for the law.
Now therefore, my son, be ye zealous for the law. Remember, Mattathias got this from his forefathers. And what did he do with this wisdom, with this knowledge, with this zeal? Pass it on to his children. What is that scripture? Somebody, Ashar, put it up for me. He that instruct his son, grieve the enemy. I believe it's in Ecclesiasticus. Read that scripture again.
Now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time. So shall ye receive great honor and an everlasting name.
All right, what verse are we in?
52 now.
52. Jump to verse 69. Let's get grieve the enemy. 30 and 3. Get that for me, Ashar. Tawada.
Verse 69. So he blessed them and was gathered to his fathers.
All right. So now Mattathias, he's no longer with his sons and his brothers. Right? He blessed them and was gathered with his fathers. Now jump to chapter 3, verse 1.
Chapter 3, verse 1. Then his son Judas, called Maccabeus, rose up in his stead.
Read that part again.
Then his son Judas, called Maccabeus, rose up in his stead.
Ashar, read that scripture.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 30, verse 3. He that teacheth his son.
What did Mattathias do?
Teacheth his son.
Mattathias taught his children. Now he taught them. Keep going.
Grieveth the enemy.
And when you teach your sons, you are grieving the enemy. Why? Because your son is going to be just like you. And the enemy knows that he could not get to you. The enemy came to you and said, man, I'm going to give you silver and gold if you just do the will of the king. And he couldn't get to you.
Friend of the king.
So now you'll be best friends. So now the target is, all right, we cannot get to Mattathias. Let's try to get to the children. That's who they're always targeting. They're always targeting the kids. Look at the LGBT, that whole movement. That movement is not for you and I. The rainbow, all that, colorful, they're not targeting us. They not. Because they know, like, these Negroes from the 90s, all right, we can't get it. Well, they got some, they got some people, They got some brothers from the 90s, these brothers, man. That's what happened when you didn't come to the Isupk. That's what happened when you listen to the wicked man in Israel. You imagine you in your 30s and your 40s and you got a woman that's humping you. It's just sad, man. They got some of our brothers. Read that again, Ashar. It's a lot. Sidebar real quick. It's a lot of madness going on in Israel, man. It's a lot of madness. In the Isupk, we are here to clean that shit up.
That is a fact.
That's why we are not affiliated with any other Israelites group. We are not affiliated with y'all. Read, Ashar.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 30, verse 3. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friend he shall rejoice of him.
He shall rejoice of him. Now read the next verse.
Verse 4. Though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead. For he have left one behind him that is like himself.
Mattathias passed away. So now, what did that scripture say?
Then his son Judas, called Maccabeus, rose up in his stead.
He rose up in his stead. That means what? He took the place of his father. Read the next verse, Sean.
Verse 5. While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him. And when he died, he was not sorrowful.
6.
He left behind him an avenger.
He left what?
An avenger.
He left behind an avenger. That's who Mattathias left. Mattathias left an avenger. This is why chapter 3, verse 1 says what? Judas, called Maccabeus, rose up in his stead. Because now he is the one that's going to avenge his people, just like what his father was doing. Read it again.
Against his enemies.
Read it from the top.
He left behind him an avenger against his enemies, and one that shall requite kindness to his friends.
Exactly. He left an avenger to his enemies, man. So his enemy might think, you know what, Mattathias is gone. So now, let's go knock on Judah Maccabeus' door. Let's go offer him some silver and some gold.
Right.
He might accept. Nah, not when you raised up your son in the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High.
Right.
Because when you do so, you leave behind an avenger. You leave yourself behind. Let's go back to Maccabees.
Verse 2. And all his brethren helped him, and so did all they that held with his father. And they fought with cheerfulness the battle of Israel. So he gat his people great honor, and put on a breastplate as a giant, and girt his warlike harness about him. And he made battles, protecting the host with his sword. And his axe,
like we just read, man. Like we just read, he became the avenger. He became now the leader that is going to protect the flock of the Most High, man, like his father was doing. And this is the type of man that we are raising here in the Isupk, man. We are raising protectors, man. We are raising leaders. We are raising soldiers.
Right.
We are not raising cowards. We are not raising men that's going to say, you know what? We need to be one with the oppressor. We need to receive the same heaven as the oppressor. We're not raising these type of men in here, man, because we understand our history. We understand exactly who we are as a people. Keep going.
in his acts he was like a lion, and like a lion's whelp roaring for his prey.
What verse you in?
That was 4.
Go to verse 7.
He grieved also many kings.
What did we read in Ecclesiasticus? He that teaches his son grieve the enemy. Read that part again.
He grieved also many kings.
Because Mattathias taught him well. Teach your son well, he's going to be the one grieving your enemies. You're not there anymore, but you left the son just like you. Keep going.
And made Jacob glad with his acts, and his memorial is blessed forever. Verse 8. Moreover, he went through the cities of Judah, destroying the ungodly out of them, and turning away wrath from Israel, so that he was renowned unto the utmost part of the earth, and he received unto him such as were ready to perish. Then Apollonius gathered the Gentiles together, and a great host out of Samaria to fight against Israel.
All right, so now we have men that's going to come and try to defeat Judas Maccabees. They're going to try to gather as many soldiers as they could, and we're gonna get to the numbers. And read verse, where we at? Read verse 12.
Verse 12. Wherefore Judas took their spoils and Apollonius' sword also, and therewith he fought all his life long.
Verse 13.
Now when Seron, a prince of the army of Syria, heard say that Judas had gathered unto him a multitude and company of the faithful to go out with him to war, he said, I will get me a name and honor in the kingdom.
And this is a pride heathen right here. He said, you know, I'm going to make a name for myself. I'm going to be the one to destroy. And that is the spirit a lot of our people have. A lot of our people have that spirit, unfortunately. And that shows you these brothers, right? Sidebar real quick. These brothers do not have the spirit of the Most High. You know why they have that spirit, Aisha? They know that the Isupk is the home of the truth.
Right.
And their entire goal is say, you know what? I'm going to make a name for myself. I'm going to outdo the Isupk. The mere fact that you have that spirit shows you who is the home of the truth.
Right.
It shows you have the same spirit as the oppressor. You trying to outdo what you know is superior than you. This is the spirit of this oppressor. This oppressor knows the reputation of Judas. He knows his reputation. This is why he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make a name for myself. I'm going to be the one. Read what he said. Verse 13.
Verse 14.
13. 13.
Verse 13. Now when Seron, a prince of the army of Syria, heard say that Judas had gathered unto him a multitude and company of the faithful to go out with him to war, he said, I will get me a name and honor in the kingdom, for I will go fight with Judas and them that are with him, who despise the king's commandments. So he made him ready to go up, and there went with him a mighty host of the ungodly to help him, and to be avenged of the children of Israel.
Yeah, so he's like, I'm going to be the one to do it. I'm going to be the one to do it. I know about Judas Maccabees. I know of his reputation. I know about his father. I know how they did not want to listen to the king's commandments. They did not want to listen to the king's commandments. So I'm going to be the one that make them bow down. Keep going.
Slack. And when he came near to the going up of Beth Horon, Judas went forth to meet him with a small company, who, when they saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how shall we be able, being so few?
And real quick, and the reason that he felt so bold, he felt so proud, is because his army was so strong. He felt like he had the perfect army. He had the numbers. He had the numbers, Aisha. He's looking at Judas Maccabees. He's like, well, how many thousand? Okay, we got 40,000. We got 40,000. We can take them. That's how this heathen was thinking. He was thinking so proudly that he's going to be the one to defeat Judas and his men, because he felt like his army was so much stronger. Keep going.
To fight against so great a multitude, who, when they saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how shall we be able, being so few, to fight against so great a multitude?
And these men, they looking at the host, they looking at their armies, they like, damn, Judas, you know, these dudes they're a lot. It's only, a few of us. How are we going to defeat them? Let's see what Judas said.
And so strong, seeing we are ready to faint with fasting all this day. Unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few.
It is not hard, man. It is no hard matter, man. I'm thinking about Officer Shalaya Allah right now.
Right.
This is Officer Shalaya Allah's favorite scripture right there, because it's no hard matter, man. And a lot of our people, we look at this task like it is impossible. Well, guess what? It is impossible, because it is a miracle. It's through miracle that we're going to defeat our enemies, man. You see it like it's impossible. To us, impossible is nothing. It was impossible for us to get back our custom, our culture, Aisha. That was impossible, but guess what? We have it. We are the real Jews, not the fake ones. Go ahead, Aisha.
We weren't allowed to declare ourselves as Jews.
Exactly. What you see as impossible can be done. A lot of our people, they feel like, man, these Negroes, man, y'all not scared. You know how many times we get asked this question, y'all not scared? You got the spirit of a coward, and the Isupk is trying to raise you up. You're a lion.
Trying to lead back an avenger.
Come. All right. So just because these people, they got missiles, because you got to look at it, man. Our enemies, they got missiles, they got nuclear bombs, you know, they got all type of weapons. They not a little snake anymore. They used to be a snake. Now they're a dragon. That's who they are. That's why Revelation called them a dragon. That old snake. They are not a snake anymore. They are dragons now because of all their military might, all the military power. And all that power means nothing to God. It means nothing. Because when we have God on our side, it doesn't matter how many missiles you have. It doesn't matter how many nuclear weapons you have. It does not matter. God is going to be the one destroying you. Read that scripture.
And with the God of heaven, it is all one to deliver with a great multitude or a small company. For the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of an host.
And we're not going to win this battle because we got so many soldiers in the Isupk. That's not why we're going to win this battle. That's not why these men won the battle. They won the battle. You know why? Because God was on their side.
Right.
Because they chose God over silver and gold. That's why. And this is what we have to do as a people, man. We have to choose God over. You're not even choosing God over, you're not even choosing silver. You're choosing center. You're choosing center over God. You're choosing chocolate over God. You're choosing what else? You're choosing a turkey over God.
Man.
Nah, we got to get that spirit out of you. Because those men, they could have had it all, Ashaw. They could have had silver and gold. They could have been the friends of the king. Just like so many of our brothers today, they are the friends of Donald Trump. They are the friends of the Democratic Party. They are the friends of the Republican Party. Not in the Isupk. We are enemies.
Right.
Why? Because these men are God's enemies. And God's enemies, they are our enemies. Keep going.
But strength cometh from heaven.
And strength comes from God, man. Our strength in the Isupk, the reason that we stand so bold, man, it's not because, we got missiles. We got missiles. We don't have no missiles. We don't have no nuclear bombs. You know who we got? We got God. We got the most high power.
Right.
That's what we got. We have our record. We know who we are. We know that we are the Israelites of the Bible. And we know that we are the one that's supposed to be ruling this damn planet. And it doesn't matter what the oppressor has. The oppressor has Caesar Borgia. The oppressor has Jesus that everybody knows. Everybody knows this image is Jesus Christ. We don't give a damn about this. You know why? Because we have the most high power. We know who Jesus is. We know who the Jews are. We know the truth. And the lies is not going to conquer, man. The oppressor is not going to win this battle. The oppressor is losing this battle. If you know the prophecies that we were taught under commanding General Hachaanakah in the Isupk, the oppressor is losing this battle. Right? And it is time for us as a people to come back, man. We have to come back under the shadows of the Most High because that's what's going to protect us in these days that we are in. Keep going. Keep going.
They come against us.
You in verse
20.
20. Keep going.
They come against us in much pride and iniquity to destroy us and our wives and children and to spoil us. But we fight for our lives and our laws. Wherefore the Lord himself will overthrow them before our face. And as for you, be ye not afraid of them. Now, as soon as he had left off speaking, he leapt suddenly upon them, and so Seron and his host was overthrown before him.
Mhm.
And they pursued them from the going down.
What verse you in now?
24.
4. All right, keep going.
And they pursued them from the going down of Beth Horon unto the plain, where were slain about 800 men of them, and the residue fled into the land of the Philistines.
Now read verse 25.
Then began the fear of Judas and his brethren,
Mhm.
and an exceeding great dread to fall upon the nations round about them.
Now you're gonna learn about this, man. You're gonna learn about the Most High God. You're gonna learn about God. You think you have this great army, right? You think you have this great army and you can defeat these men that are following the Most High God. You think you can defeat them? Then the fear of Judas is going to fall upon them, which is the fear of God.
What book, chapter, verse right now?
That's First Maccabees chapter 3, verse, what was that? 25?
That was
verse 25. Read verse 26. Come.
Insomuch as his fame came unto the king, and all nations talked of the battles of Judas.
Mm-hmm.
Now
everybody is learning about the battle of this man. Why? Because he's not losing. Why is he not losing? Because he has so many soldiers. You already saw that the men came to him saying, Judas, how are we going to fight these armies, man? There are so many. And he said what? He said the victory of battle. What did he say, Aisha? What was the words in verse 18? Was it verse 18? Unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few. It doesn't matter. So it wasn't because they were so strong in numbers. It was because God was on their side. That's why. Keep reading from where you was at. Verse 27.
Now when King Antiochus heard these things, he was full of indignation.
Now he's full of indignation. Why? Because he's losing men. He's losing men to this Judas, this Haitian. Who the hell is this man? It's not Napoleon. Napoleon being mad at who the hell is this Dessalines guy? Right. This is the same history, man. We've been battling these people forever. We've been battling these people forever, man. And as a people, it's time for us to know who the damn oppressor is. There's no reason why these people, there's no reason, first of all, we should be in their churches. There is no reason we should be celebrating their holidays because we have the records. We have the history. Read.
Come. Now when King Antiochus heard these things, he was full of indignation. Wherefore he sent and gathered together all the forces of his realm, even a very strong army.
Man, he's like, man, I need all the soldiers. I need everybody. Because we got to get this Judas Maccabees guy because I'm losing too many men. So now we're going to get everybody. We're going to get all the soldiers. Keep going.
He opened also his treasure and gave his soldiers pay for a year.
Man, he needed Judas Maccabees. He's like, man, I'm paying y'all in advance. You know, we got to get this guy. We got to get them. We have to defeat the Israelites. Keep going.
Commanding them to be ready whensoever he should need them. Nevertheless, when he saw that the money of his treasures failed, and that the tributes in the country were small because of the dissension and plague which he had brought upon the land in taking away the laws which had been of old time.
What verse you in?
30. He feared that he should not be able to bear the charges any longer, nor to have
Read verse 37.
So the king took the half of the forces that remained and departed from Antioch, his royal city, the 147th year. And having passed the river Euphrates, he went through the high country. Then Lysias and Nick and Georgius, mighty men of the king's friends,
That's 39.
And with them he sent 40,000 footmen.
How many?
40,000 footmen.
40,000 footmen. That's how many soldiers they had. They sent 40,000 footmen. Keep going.
And 7,000 horsemen.
So now we got 47. Keep going.
To go into the land of Judah
Mm-hmm.
and to destroy it, as the king commanded.
47,000 soldiers to go to the land of Judah and to destroy it. And we're going to see what happens. Keep going.
So they went forth with all their power and came and pitched by Emmaus in the plain country.
And they felt powerful. 40,000 footmen, 7,000 horsemen. That's a mighty army, Aisha. They definitely going to win. They got 47,000 soldiers. Keep going. You know what? For time's sake, let's jump to chapter 4, verse 1.
Chapter 4 and 1. Then took Georgius 5,000 footmen.
How many?
5,000 footmen.
How many did they have?
5,000.
No, how many did they have? 47.
47.
Right? All right, keep going.
And 1,000 of the best horsemen.
Mm-hmm.
And removed out of the camp by night,
Mm-hmm.
to the end he might rush in upon the camp of the Jews.
We're in chapter 4, verse 2. Keep going.
And smite them suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
And the men of the fortress were his guides. Now when Judas heard thereof, he himself removed.
All right. So we got these 5,000 men that's going to attack out of the 47. Now, when Judas heard, keep going.
Now when Judas heard thereof, he himself removed, and the valiant men with him, that he might smite the king's army which was at Emmaus, while as yet the forces were dispersed from the camp. In the mean season came Georgius by night into the camp of Judas, and when he found no man there, he sought them in the mountains. For said he, these fellows flee from us.
And that was the Mawanaj. That's Mawanaj 101.
Yeah.
When you read the story of Mawanaj, and it's all our people, man. Jamaica, you will read about it from Jamaica. It's like what they call it today, guerrilla warfare.
Right.
You read about it with the Jamaicans, the Maroons from Jamaica. You read about it with the Brazilian. The most successful one was in Haiti, right? That was the most successful one, but that wasn't the only one. All our people fought through this guerrilla warfare tactic with our oppressors, man. All our people did it, man. We fought against oppression. They're gonna teach you that we was just submitting to the oppressor. Nah, we fought against oppression, man. We've been fighting over our freedom, man. We've been fighting. All right. And that was guerrilla warfare 101. That's Mawanaj 101. Keep going. They came and they didn't find nobody. They didn't find the man because they fled. They fled to the mountains. They know you got 47,000 soldiers. You sending 5,000 over here, 5,000. They know. So now, what are they resorting to do? How are they gonna defeat you through the power of the Most High? Guerrilla warfare. Keep going.
But as soon as it was day, Judas showed himself in the plain with
what verse you in?
Verse 6.
Read.
With 3,000 men, who nevertheless had neither armor nor swords to their minds. And they saw the camp of the heathen, that it was strong and well harnessed, and compassed round about with horsemen. And these were expert of war. Then said Judas to the men that were with him, fear ye not their multitude, neither be ye afraid of their assault. Remember how our fathers were delivered in the Red Sea, when Pharaoh pursued them with an army. Now, therefore, let us cry unto heaven, if peradventure the Lord will have mercy upon us, and remember the covenant of our fathers, and destroy before our face this day.
And this is important, man, because you know what we do in the Isupk and what you are seeing from these men, they not relying on their strength. We don't rely on our strength in the Isupk, man. We rely on the Most High, and the Most High give us the spirit of brotherhood.
Right.
This is our strength. This is our weapon, man. This brotherhood that we have in the Isupk, and this brotherhood in the Isupk, it's impossible. It is impossible without the spirit of the Most High God, man. This is why we have Dominicans here that do not say, I'm no black, I'm Dominican. That's the spirit of God, man. Because Dominicans say, I'm no black, I'm Dominican. They are enemies to the Haitians in the world. What we have here in the Isupk is a miracle. That is the spirit of God. And that's what we rely on. And that's what these men relied on. They relied on the Most High God. They did not rely on to say, you know what, we got 3,000 men. We got this. Right. It's 3,000 of us. That's not what they did. They relied on the Most High God. Keep going.
Now, therefore, let us cry unto heaven, if peradventure the Lord will have mercy upon us, and remember the covenant of our fathers, and destroy this host before our face this day. That so all the heathen,
read the verse.
11.
All right.
That so all the heathen may know that there is one who delivereth and saveth Israel. Verse 12. Then the strangers lifted up their eyes and saw them coming over against them. Wherefore they went out of the camp to battle, but they that were with Judas sounded their trumpets. Verse 14. So they joined battle, and the heathen, being discomfited, fled into the plain.
And the heathen what?
Being discomfited, fled into the plain.
Now the hunter is fleeing.
Right.
Keep going.
Howbeit, all the hindmost of them were slain with the sword, for they pursued them unto Gazera and unto the plains of Idumea.
Man, I like this right here. Pursue them in Idumea. You know, when we go somewhere, we see nothing but, you know, heathen, you know, Esau. I learned that from Officer Hachaanakah. He's like, damn. One time we were somewhere, I forgot where, and it was nothing but it was a bunch of them. You know, it was a few of our people, and Officer Hachaanakah was like, damn, we in Idumea. I kept this till this day. Like, man, this is Idumea, you know, and we pursued them. Keep going.
And Azotus and Jamnia, so that there were slain of them upon it 3,000 men.
Oh man, they lost some soldiers that day.
Right.
They think they was almighty and powerful. They lost some soldiers that day. Just like Napoleon lost a lot of soldiers, thinking that he's just gonna, you know, reinstate slavery on the islands. Keep going.
And said to the people, be not greedy of the spoils, inasmuch as there is a battle before us. And Georgius and his host are here by us in the mountain.
Remember, that was 5,000 men. They still got 42,000. Now 3,000 of this 5,000 are gone, right? So Georgius and his men, they still got other soldiers, right? Keep going.
But stand you now against our enemies and overcome them. And after this, you may boldly take the spoils.
All right. After we win the battle, you know, after we win the war, we won this battle. After we win this war, then we can worry about all the spoils. All right. Let's stay focused. Let's stay diligent.
All right.
All right. Keep going.
As Judas was yet speaking these words, there appeared a part of them looking out of the mountain, who, when they perceived that the Jews had put their host to flight and were burning the tents, for the smoke that was seen declared what was done.
Right. Basically, the scenery. When they saw the scenery, they like, damn, man, we lost some soldiers, man. That's what he says here. Read that part again.
Which part?
The latter part you just read. Declared unto them.
And for the smoke that was seen declared what was done.
Exactly. That's like, you know, it testified to exactly how they lost, right? This battle so far. Keep going.
When therefore they perceived these things, they were sore afraid. And seeing also the host of Judas in the plain ready to fight, they fled everyone into the land of strangers.
And these soldiers, these strong soldiers that had 40-something thousand soldiers, now they fleeing. Now they're afraid. They're afraid now because they saw the scenery. They saw 3,000 of their men. They're like, damn, you know, they start scratching their head like, now they are the one running away. That is the power of God, man. That's the power of God. Nothing else. It wasn't because Judas was so great of a man. It was because he did not rely on himself. He relied on the Most High. Keep going.
23. Then Judas returned to spoil the tents, where they got much gold and silver and blue silk and purple of the sea and great riches.
21?
That was 23.
23, read 25.
Come on. Thus Israel had a great deliverance that day.
All right.
Now all the strangers that had escaped came and told Lysias what had happened, who, when he heard thereof, was confounded and discouraged, because neither such things as he would were done unto Israel, nor such things as the king commanded him were come to pass.
All right, so nothing that they imagined to do came to pass because they lost. Jump to verse 34.
Verse 34. So they joined battle, and there were slain of the host of Lysias about 5,000 men.
How many men they lost?
5,000 men.
5,000 men. That's another 5,000 on top of the 3,000. Keep going.
Even before them were they slain.
Mm-hmm.
Now when Lysias saw his army put to flight, and the manliness of Judah's soldiers, and how they were ready either to live or die valiantly, he went into Antiochia and gathered together a company of strangers. And having made his army greater than it was, he purposed to come again into Judea.
Mm-hmm.
Then
so now they looking for a stronger army because nothing that they did came to pass. They losing men left and right. So now we need a stronger army. Keep going.
Then said Judas and his brethren, behold, our enemies are discomfited. Let us go up to cleanse and dedicate the sanctuary.
Mm-hmm. And this is where we are today. The Feast of Dedication. This is why in the Isupk and the brothers, the Akim did a very good job at, this dedication, man. Every year we do it. Every year, all the school in the Isupk, we clean up the school. We add some ornaments, some pictures. All the schools in the Isupk, we do it. We are rehearsing the righteousness of the law, man. This is what we are doing in the Isupk. We're keeping our custom. We're keeping our culture. And this is going to mean everything. It's going to mean everything in the future, man. As a people, we have to come back to our law, statutes, and commandments. And this is not a high holy day, but this is a day for us as a people to remember when we defeated our enemy who came to destroy us, as we are witnessing them trying to destroy us today. Read that scripture. Let's get to the actual feast. 36.
Then said Judas and his brethren, behold, our enemies are discomfited. Let us go up to cleanse and dedicate the sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
Upon this, all the hosts assembled themselves together and went up into Mount Zion. And when they saw the sanctuary desolate and the altar profaned and the gates burned up.
All right. So when they see all the destruction that the enemies did, now jump to verse 49.
They made also new holy vessels,
mm-hmm.
and into the temple they brought the candlestick,
mm-hmm.
and the altar of burnt offerings,
mm-hmm.
and of incense,
mm-hmm.
and the table.
Mm-hmm.
And upon the altar they burned incense, and the lamps that were upon the candlestick.
And this is what we are doing today in the Isupk.
Right.
This is exactly what we are doing. This is why we are here today. All that history that we were reading about, these heathen coming to destroy us. And we won the battle. We won against them. And now we are dedicating back to the temple that they destroyed, that they stole from, that they robbed. Keep going.
And that they might give light in the temple. Furthermore, they set the loaves upon the table and
mm-hmm.
spread out the veils and finished all the works which they had begun to make. Now on the 25th day of the 9th month.
What verse are you in?
Verse 52.
52. Okay, read.
Which is called the month Caslu.
Mm-hmm.
In the 148th year, they rose up betimes in the morning and offered sacrifice according to the law
mm-hmm.
upon the new altar of burnt offerings, which they had made.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what time and what day the heathen had profaned it. Even in that was it dedicated with songs and citherns and harps and cymbals.
Mm-hmm. 55.
Then all the people fell upon their faces, worshiping and praising the God of heaven, who had given them good success.
Mm-hmm.
And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days and offered burnt offerings with gladness.
Today is the first day. All right. Today is the first day, and we'll be keeping this feast for 8 days. This is how it is in the Israelites. And in our kingdom, man, it's going to be big. Right now,
right.
We are in captivity.
Right.
We are in captivity, man. Boy, when I tell you, in our kingdom, it's going to be big. Keep going.
They decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold and with shields, and the gates and the chambers they renewed and hanged doors upon them. Thus was there very great gladness among the people, for the reproach of the heathen was put away.
Read the last verse, 59.
Moreover, Judas and his brethren with the whole congregation of Israel ordained that the days of the dedication of the altar should be kept in their season from year to year.
From year to year. This is why in the Isupk we celebrate this day.
Right.
Read it again. Over.
Moreover, Judas and his brethren with the whole congregation of Israel ordained that the days of the dedication of the altar should be kept in their season from year to year by the space of 8 days, from the 25th day of the month Caslu, with mirth and gladness.
Don't sign Christ, man. I shot. Take it home.
Listen, and this is supposed to be an 8-day long party because that's the type of celebration that we have when the Most High gives us victory. And we got another victory coming.
Damn right. We got one coming, and this is the last captivity. Right. This is our last captivity. You know, we are going home, y'all. World War III is around the corner, you know, and it is time for us as a people, man. In the Isupk, we are about raising our people from the dust, man. It is time. You young men, you brothers who's on the couch, get up from the couch, man. Get up from the couch. Come to 2279 3rd Avenue. Go to isupk.com. You know, go to the city near you, man. Call the camp leader. Gather together with your brothers, man. All right, gather together because these nations, they are out to destroy us. And we have the Lord on our side in the Isupk. We're waiting on you brothers, man, to come and join us so that we can gather all 12 tribes of Israel. With that, men of Israel, we're going to pass the class over, all right, to Priest and Officer Hachaanakah. Osan Christ.
Man of Israel, Michael, you understand? Okay, 132 the teacher. Man of Israel,
for the general.
Man of Israel, Amadu Shabbat, Amadu, Barak,
Hachaanakah.
You want to get one first to the teacher? Man of Israel, Amadu Shabbat, Amadu, Barak,
Yahweh Shema,